through the microphone. I know we got a lot of construction noise behind us. They're doing a lot of inspections and testing, so forth. So there will be some background noise, and we'll take you into the facility shortly. But thanks for the great turnout. I mean, hopefully we have a similar great turnout on Saturday when we open up the stadium. For the most part, I've had a lot of questions about, are we going to be ready? And I would say that when we think about being ready, the inside of the facility is where we've had a lot of focus. Inside the Snellenberger complex, the coaches' offices and all that, we've obviously completed everything we need to there. It's more inside the clubs and in the concourse areas and inside the Adidas club. You're going to see today we're in the final touches, hanging TVs, a little bit of plumbing, getting the concession stands ready and things like that. We've turned it over to Center Plate, and there's a number of good things happening there. The last pieces that you're going to see happening behind us, we've got about 150 people out here working today, installing the last of the seats, putting the railing, the last of the railing in place. There's little nuances with some of the graphics in the Pepsi Club and various things. The suite holders are doing their final touches. All the suite holders, furniture is being dropped in, so a lot of it is the nits and gnats of our punch list. It's not a real construction zone punch list that we're down to. Last night we had a meeting in the trailer with the Messer team and our physical plant people, as well as the athletic department, and it's really great to be at this point, both from a cost standpoint and from a timing that we'll be ready to deliver the stadium on Saturday. So we've had a lot of to's and froms in the project as we've learned things along the way, but it's in great shape. We're excited about the unveiling of the video boards at both ends, which I don't think fans realize. The south end video board is also new, but both ends are new. So you're going to see graphics in high def like you've never seen in this stadium for sure. It's terrific. We've been able to test them out with different events, and I know they're going to be excited to see that, particularly as we get into the real night games later in the season. Saturday's game will kick off at 7. It'll still be light out, as you guys know. Everybody keeps asking, are you going to be able to turn the bowl red? We'll certainly have the red turned on, but you do have stadium lights that we don't have the ability. They're not LED where I can flick them on and off. I wish we had that ability, but that's a bigger dollar down the road. The pink seats will come before the LED lights in terms of things we need to replace, but it still will have a great effect as we get into something new and trying to create a tradition with the expansion on the run out, which I know we've teased people on the run out, and we'll have a little social media tease out today with Eric Wood and myself, but we're going to have some fun with it. It will be cool, it will be new, and we're certainly trying to entice fans to come out here and support the team, so when they get jacked up and ready to come out in the field, they can run out to a stadium that has a lot of people in it and get excited about the game and excited about opening our 100th football season at home with Indiana State. So everything that we've gotten ready for, the fan experience stuff, the value pricing, we've got the menu, the $3 menu. We're opening up parking 2 hours early. We'll try it, see what happens. We'll see what fans' behavior are. We know what their attitude is. We'll be there, so we'll see if they're there. We'll be checking their license plates as they pull in. But we also are going to open up the stadium 30 minutes earlier than normal for this one game. They'll be able to get in 2 hours before if they want to come down, walk around, see some of the changes. There's certainly new ribbon boards as well. We have 4 new ribbon boards in here. Everything will be functioning and ready for them as they come in 120 minutes before versus 90 minutes before for the first home game. They can check that out. We'll also have the famous beer specials, a little happy hour going on in the concourses and on the terrace. There'll be a $2 beer special on the terrace and a $3 beer special in the concourse. So there's a number of things happening to try to celebrate the opening of our season, but also celebrate the 100th season opening. And we have some nuances as well, not just a run out, but immediately following before we kick off the game that I think fans will appreciate. We've got a number of things that I think if you look at our new uniforms, we're engaging the community with the circle of stars embedded on the uniforms representing our city flag, and we've got the fleur-de-lis on the other side that's embedded, obviously goes along with the city. I think you'll see when the run out comes, it also engages our city and our community in what we're trying to get done here. We're going to continue our reach out to fans in the community, and it'll be represented in the run out as we get there. So hopefully you're on time on Saturday as well as our fans. But today we'll do a walkthrough. You can certainly see the seats behind us. The nuance that we added in late was the Adidas 3-stripe upstairs with the gray seats. We thought we'd do something cool. and meaning cool, not black seats, because they would have been even hotter than the gray, but we certainly wanted to go with something that signifies our partnership with Adidas in the stadium. They've been a benefactor of this project as well. So we've got that represented. But today we'll walk you through the Adidas Club. We won't have the upright, we should call them bar height counters, where the football team will come out of the locker room. They'll come through those doors. They'll go between the counters where the fans will be engaging them. They'll come down the tunnel. There'll be red carpet that they'll come down with railings on the side. And there'll be a fan engagement process through that while we have our hype activity going on in the stadium. So you'll see that today. They're just dealing with the some new lighting and TVs in the Adidas Club. So you'll get a sense of what we've done there. We'll go out. I think we're going to take a look at the photo room that'll be there, and then we'll go upstairs to the Adidas Club, to the Pepsi Club, let you see what the Pepsi Club looks like. All the lighting's hung, the concession stands, all that bar, everything, flooring. They're just doing nits and nats up there, and it'll be ready as well. So we're literally, hopefully when we get through this on Friday, we're down to just the basic nuances. All the inspections have gone well. We anticipate the last of these will go well with elevators and fire. Earlier you could hear the fire alarm testing, but all that's in good shape. Messer and our group here has done a terrific job. Michael Wortman, our team, can't ask for any more on how it's rounded out. It's been a lot of effort, including working through yesterday, and there's a lot to get done, as you can appreciate. There's a reason why there's 150 people running around today, and it'll flip out to a cleanup crew for a couple days to clean up the mess that we've left behind in construction, so that it looks great for Saturday. So probably the last mess will be down to the parking garage, which, if you didn't know, we do have parking underneath the stadium for our suite holders and some VIP spots, and we'll have that cleaned up, and everything should be good to go. So with that, I think we'll take it on side. Kenny, will you do any questions? Or?
A couple quick questions. Anybody have any special guests for this thing?
No special guests, particularly for this game. There will be some during the year. We have an event that they'll participate in, and Joe Jacoby will be here for the Florida State game. We'll have others that have been a part of our tradition that will play a role. But Saturday we're going to engage with Neely as our new president. We'll have players throughout our past that'll be represented, and coaches represented throughout. I know Coach Snellenberg couldn't make it Saturday to the Alabama game, but we'll be here during the season.
What will kind of the pregame festivities be like?
You'd be the first guy killed if I told you that, Jake. I would have a whole marketing department on me. But I do think that, just leading up to, so there are some things going on in the card march to be a little bit different. But really, the players are aware of what we're trying to accomplish for them in the run out. It will be different. It's sound, lighting, excitement. It's a new twist on it. I think more comparable what you'd see at some of the schools, Virginia Tech. I know Nebraska tried to do something. I think ours is better. I'm going to be prideful about what we've worked on for Saturday, but it's pretty cool. With some we need to stick.
Does this enclosure affect the sound inside the stadium?
Well, I think anytime you get the enclosure, we've had the sound in here. We've tested it. When it's amped up, it's loud. We like to have more fans to be louder than the sound system, but I think our sound system is more than capable for this stadium. On that note, I think the question has been how many seats. That always comes up. Everybody seems fascinated by the number of seats. This will add a little over 5,400 seats. Now that it's all said and done, we did our last configurations, which will put us a hair over 60,000 for the total capacity.
How many of those seats are sold for Saturday and for the season?
Last count, we passed 90% of these seats will be occupied on Saturday. I don't know what the final count will be. Hopefully it'll be closer, but you'll see obviously all the premium stuff. The suites are now all sold. We got those taken care of. The premium boxes, I think, are now completed. When we did the reseating and shuffling around, we had maybe another round. We had a small amount of club seats that we took back out to those that were in the waiting list, and Three Stripes sold out. So it's the others there'll be some game by game. I think once people see it, you'll have more season ticket holders in there than Saturday, but Saturday will be filled with people attending probably more single game use.
How many of the suites and the premium boxes are people that are newly purchasing and not moving from a different location in the stadium?
That's a good question. It's predominantly new through here. We do have some that have jumped down here that have moved, and some that come down that have held additional, but this is primarily new. And then the premium box is definitely new. A lot of they didn't have an opportunity for a loge seat in the past, and this is a way to get in the premium seating, and it looks a lot like they're the typical 4-box suites with the TV, much like you have over in the Yum Center.
Vince, I know you're with the fan experience. I know how you've been. What about Card March? Will it change your thoughts on card marching?
Well, it's important. I think we've talked to Norton, who kind of has a play in that as well. We're trying to get, obviously, more people there. We've talked to the pep band about that. We're going to have them over. We'll feed them and make sure we try to get a lot more excitement in to get people here, and that'll be 2 hours and 15 minutes before kickoff, full 45 on Saturday.
What's the feedback you've gotten on the video board so far?
Awesome. I mean, I think that we had a large event down here. We had our red and black night out here on the field, so we had 1,200 to 1,300 people here that night, and that was the first thing people noticed is how vibrant the video boards, the size. We had heard early on that people thought they were going to be small. They're far from small, but just the vibrancy of the, and they were only turned up probably that night to 35–40% because you have to warm the boards up, and we just had them on for a few nights, so you'll see even in the daylight, nonetheless, the night games are going to be pretty vibrant, but big excitement over the what they see there.
Will that area behind them stay open? Like, is that the way they'll look?
Yeah, they'll be open, Mark. They're putting banners in today that'll have logos on the backside of them that'll go in, but it will be open. Originally, there was a design that was considered for putting a glass on there. My concern was it wasn't engineered for breathability, and we would have blown up our own boards, and there was a chance we would have, and I thought, so now we're just like re-engineering it, so we would come back and look at whether we would enclose it, but for now we decided to banner it, have lights shooting on the banner, so if you're coming down the highway or other places, you would see our logos with the light behind the screens. One more?
Right,
Very good.
Thank you. I'll give everybody